and welcome to day 3 of Vlogtober. I thought I'd start off by showing you just how early the robin comes onto the bird table. He loves to be there when it's just starting to get slightly light. And yes, when it was 5 a.m. he used to do that as well. So he has started coming a bit later now. 7 o'clock. Regular as clockwork he is. I was about to film, but Blythe, don't lick my camera. You're very close, aren't you? Postman has just been, and I had the needle I was waiting for. So the Coupe, the brand is, from Amazon. And Suzanne from Green Lambkin Yarn was talking to me about the Chiago needle that I didn't like. And she is an actual proper supplier of Chiago needles. So she's going to send me one for me to try because... Why won't my camera focus? There we go. When I was using... I'm going to show you my knitting so far. So it does have the first 2 colours of the Halloween countdown box. So spoiler alert. When I'm using these needles, like, I don't know if you can see, but they're sort of scratchy as well. Like almost as if they need sanding. And I can't imagine that that is the norm for such a big brand of needle that everyone raves over. So yeah, I do think they're probably fake. So I'm going to try one of Suzanne's, and that'll teach me for being impatient and wanting them now, but don't we all do that? So what I'm going to do this afternoon is transfer that onto the other green needle that I've got, and it was just a world of difference casting that one onto that one. Yeah, but aren't they pretty so far? And then this afternoon the mystery gnome along is being released, and in this bag I have the 2 colours that I've chosen, but I'm also going to use the orange and that pale green. So that, because you get gourds and pumpkins in that lovely pale sagey green colour as well. So those are my colours. I'm really looking forward to the pattern coming out this afternoon. I have a fresh pack of Zings, 2.5 millimeters. I need to find my 2.25s as well, actually, because you need both sizes. So they're all ready to go for this afternoon. I think the pattern usually comes out at about 2 p.m. Oh yeah, and then other post today. I have wanted this colourway for ages. So this is a self-striping set from the Yarn Badger, and it is called Pub en Route. It's a tweed, so it's got all those little funky tweedy bits in it. Neps, that's the word, neps. And like I say, it's self-striping, so that is going to come out beautifully. Can't wait to cast those on. Are they nice and autumnal as well? And, oh, getting tangled. I also got this lovely card and 2 stitch markers. Really cute flowers. I haven't seen those before. Yeah, so they will be used probably immediately. Never have too many stitch markers. I also want to knit my Siobhan's Crafts Halloween, not Siobhan's Crafts, Stripy Cat Yarns Halloween socks. And I was debating whether for this set or the Halloween set to do the Fairground Socks by Kay Jones. I've been wanting to do that pattern for ages, and it's for self-striping sock yarn. But I think I'm going to do this one just in normal stripes because it's really nice and I want to show the neps. And I think if I do the Fairground socks in these, it would take the sort of shine off the neps. Whereas the other yarn I've got, which I'll show you in a bit, I can't remember where I've put it. It's more sort of fun Halloween colours, purple and orange and green. So I think that sort of blend will go really nicely with the Fairground, the waves, and we'll stick to nice and neutral for this one to show off the yarn because it's lush, isn't it? Look at that. Ooh. The self-striping yarn always looks so nice in a skein. Oh, speaking of skeins, I've had an absolute disaster with the setup. So yesterday I skeined that little one, but you can see it's quite loose. And then in contrast to this lovely skein, which is all neat and tight and lovely, it's just not happening with this setup. No matter how much twist I put in it, as soon as I fold it in half and let go, it just goes all soft and loose. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it isn't working. I've skeined all the minis, and Tom said when he comes home from college he will do the 100-gram skeins and the 50-gram skeins for me, which is really nice, and I'm very grateful to him for that because my arms are very sore today. Yeah, it's been a bad pain week this week. I've been a bit down because I wonder if I can I don't think I can turn my camera around to face me on landscape mode. No, I can't. I can't put myself on landscape for some reason. I'm in portrait mode. I've just realised I have 2 pairs of glasses on my head, so I don't lose them. One is for work on my laptop, which is at a slight distance to my face, and the other ones are stronger for reading, because all of a sudden my eyesight has just failed. I'm really struggling to see things, and I suppose I'm a bit concerned really because it has come on very quickly. But look at my hair. Oh my gosh. I did brush my hair this morning. It's all the on and off of the glasses and getting in a tiz trying to skein yarn. Twist yarn even. Dear me. I turned myself around to talk to you about something. Just I'm having a rough few weeks of pain. But there's very little anyone can do about it, really. The doctors tried me on all different pain meds, nerve blockers, steroids, which is puffiness, and I am now on the morphine along with the strongest cocodamol. That combination of the two seems to help a little bit. Not a lot. I'm still in pain, but it sort of takes the edge off so I can actually do stuff rather than just lying here concentrating on the pain, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's all I want really, is to be able to do stuff while I'm here, you know. Because otherwise I would just be lying here in a dark room, and then I go inside my head and avoid everything because I'm in so much pain, and it's not a nice place to be in. So at least with the pain meds I can crochet, knit, whatever. instead of just dwelling on it. Yeah, so that's where we are today. It is Friday. Last night did not go well. I was supposed to be playing Pathfinder, but I hurt my back, slipped, getting out of my wheelchair. So I didn't play Pathfinder. I went to sleep at about 9, and then I woke up at midnight, and I've been cut off then. It is now 11:30. Tom has a late start on a Friday, so he's just gone off to college, and plans for the rest of the day are Mystery Gnome, Gansey if I have some time, and I am having Westnet's MCAL FOMO. I'm not going to do it because I just don't have the time at the moment, but I looked at Clue 1 yesterday. I really like it. But wouldn't it be more sensible to finish last year's first? Yes, it would. As for the weekend, tomorrow, Madeline, the little dog, she is going to the groomer for a spa day because if you saw her yesterday, you will see that she's got very fierce eyebrows at the moment and she can hardly see. So yeah, she's going for a nice cut. Tom has a driving lesson, I think, first thing tomorrow morning. And I was going to say I would like to go somewhere tomorrow, but it depends on the weather, really, because it's not very nice here today and quite limited as to what I can do. If I'm in this much pain, I won't be going anywhere. But I want to go. It would be nice just to pop to the shops, like the farm shop, and get some nice bits. We'll see. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, D&D tonight, and that I will be playing because it's our long-standing Friday game. I think we're in our 6th year now of this game. So yeah, has to be done. Every Friday night is D&D night. And then that's everything today. What I'm going to do now is show you something that I started a couple of days ago, an autumn craft, and I'm already in love with it. It is so fun to do. So I'm going to show you that, and then if I have anything extra to add this afternoon, I will pop back on. But if I don't, I will see you tomorrow. Yesterday, my mum made an autumn Victoria sponge cake, and it has apricot jam and cinnamon buttercream. It's absolutely delicious. So I am having a slice for 11sies. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. This was a birthday present from my husband, and just watch how quick Jon Snow is in that lid. Literally seconds of me opening the box. Seconds. Naughty cat. What makes it even better is that it has a strip of sun as well, just on that exact lid, in the right spot. So, happy cat. So this is a kit. That is a tool that just come with it, a little embossing tool. And basically this is an autumn wreath kit. It's from Etsy. That's just a little thank you sticker. I will show you where it comes from in a second. And so in the kit you get sheets of copper, very thin sheets of copper, slightly thicker than tin foil, and you get 4 of those in the kit, which doesn't seem like much, but when you see what I've done with one sheet, then you'll see that it actually is quite a lot. You also get some wire, some copper wire, very thin copper wire, some glue dots, and a wreath base. So Oh, and there's also a board in here that you emboss onto. So it's like a soft board. So basically this is what we're making. It is a metal embossed leaf autumn wreath, and you can see there that it's just the wreath base is just covered in copper leaves. This is where the kit is from, the Art Doctor, and they are on Facebook, Instagram and Etsy. So the instructions, I haven't actually looked at the YouTube instructions. I just sort of got on with it really. It tells you to practice first, and then it gives you an idea of some of the leaves that you can do. To be honest, I didn't bother with any of that. I just got the tool and the board, and I just cracked on. So I just decided to draw some random leaf shapes at first, just to see how it worked. And then as I went on and I got a bit more confident and I knew what to expect, I started experimenting then with different shaped leaves. I also did some, what would you call them? Like sort of twig stems with lots of individual little leaves on them. I've done a couple of those. I've done holly. So it's just drawing on metal really. And then you turn it over and it's all pretty and embossed. And then you cut them out. Very, very simple. And then I want to have a big variety of all different types of leaves. So this is what I've done so far. So we've got oak leaves. I have tried to shape them a little bit, but I think as I make the wreath, I'll sort of naturally shape them when I stick them on as well. Yeah, there's a stem with individual leaves. That looks really pretty. I've done a couple of flowers, just free-handed them. Just drew petals on the metal. I've done a couple of sycamore leaves. And then once I sort of found the different shapes of leaves that I liked, I filled in all the gaps that were left with tiny leaves. And then I did a few little berries as well, just round circles. And you can see this is what they look like when you cut them out. And you can shape them, you can mould them. The instructions say to do a bit of a stem on each leaf so that you can wrap wire around it. So I've tried to leave a stem. Not sure how I'll attach the flowers. Maybe the glue dots will be sufficient, or maybe I'll have to use a glue gun. I'm not sure, but we'll get there. We'll find a way. And then it says in the instructions that because it's copper, if you use like a kitchen blowtorch, you can change the colour of the leaves. So you can, the longer you burnish them, the blacker they go. But you get those shades as well. If you experiment with the heat and everything, you can get shades of blue and green as well because it's copper. So I am really looking forward to doing that, but that is sort of end game stuff. You have to make the whole wreath first, and then once it's all together, then you can blowtorch it. So yeah, I also need to buy a blowtorch, but I do have one in my Amazon basket. I think it's £11, so they're not particularly expensive, and I can use it for other things. Creme brulee, maybe? One of my favourite ever desserts. Yeah, so basically, it's one of the most simple crafts. Ask me again when it comes to attaching them to the actual wreath base. But making the leaves is really, really easy. It is just drawing on metal. And as you can see, freehanding it, it's not difficult. Even if you're not very good at drawing, leaves are relatively easy to do. And the beauty is then when you cut them out and you've got that lovely reverse embossed pattern on them, and you can shape them to how you want. I did get telling off the first few leaves I made because I cut them out and there were bits of copper in the bed, sharp bits of copper. And, you know, I didn't know I'd dropped them. When you're cutting stuff out, it flicks everywhere. And I think my husband ended up with a couple stuck in his bum in the night. So he gave me a little pot that I was instructed to put my my scrap metal bits in. And it does seem a shame, actually, to waste the cut-offs, but I'm not really sure what you could do with cut-offs of copper. Not really sure. If anyone has any ideas, I would like to hear them. Yeah, so look at that. Isn't that pretty? And it's literally just pressing on metal. Oh, bear with me. Sorry, the nurse came and Maddie decided it would be fun to bark. Yeah, so the leaves that were in this pot, I still have this left over from one A4 sheet. So that is about a third of the sheet. And this is how many leaves I've got from 2/3 of one of those sheets. So you can see that 4 sheets, I'm going to have a lot of leaves, which is great. The more the better. You know, you want loads on there. You don't want it looking thin. And you don't want to be able to see the the wreath base either through the leaves. So I want to bulk it out. I was quite pleased with that one. Look, it was difficult to cut out when it finally focuses. But yeah, I think I'll do a few more of those. And I do like the maple leaves, sycamore leaves. Oak leaves are one of my favourite type of leaves. So I'm going to add lots more of those. And you can see some of the berries there, some of the tiny leaves that are just space fillers. I even did, look, a sycamore seed. A little helicopter. So I'll do a few more of those as well. Yeah, I am really enjoying it. It's really relaxing to do. Just to not have to worry about what you're doing. Just draw leaves. It's great. I highly recommend it so far. Well, I have cast on my mystery gnome. I've done the first 12 rounds of the first clue. And I've gone quite downhill this afternoon. So I'm going to call Vlogtober there. That's the only thing about Vlogtober is you don't ever do a full day because you have to allow time to upload it and everything and edit. So I probably should have... Maybe I'll start recording the evening and then sharing that the next day. I'm not sure. What do other people do? Do you do it a day in advance? I don't really like the idea of doing that because then it's not the day, is it? I don't know. We'll see. I got my first ever Jellycat for my birthday. Okay. This is Chip. He's a seagull. I'm obsessed with seagulls. I was going to say something else as well. What was I going to say? Vlogtober. Can't do a full day. It's gone. It's gone from my mind. That is very annoying when that happens. It happens to me a lot. A lot. Right then. I am going to go carry on and do a little bit more of the mystery gnome. And then, oh gosh, it's really windy. Then I will catch up with you tomorrow. Bye.